What's going down, everybody? As I shift off to the side. What's going down? Channel 1 doesn't need to be there. Oh my goodness. This is a thing. Woo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream. I hope life is good for you as it is good for me. What's up, Darian? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm running significantly behind today, so I'm still trying to get a lot of the things set up. I apologize. It has been, well, I've been being lazy. It's my Christmas vacation. I don't take much time off, but I'm enjoying it so far. Let me know, how's audio, how's video? Cheers, everyone. I've got an open drink this time. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the final live stream of 2021. Okay, let's get some. Test things up, shall we? Okay, let's get some. Yeah, things are sound. I'm feeling really good about it. I want to do the separate or the pop-out chat, as we call it. There's my pop-out chat. That's my pop-out chat. Gonna throw it up there. Guys, it is hella good to see you. I hope you had a killer holiday. I hope you had, great Christmas. I hope you had a great visit with the people that you visited with. I hope you got spoiled. I hope you got everything you asked for and all that stuff. Yeah, talk to me. How was your vacay, so to speak? How was things? I need to make sure this is set up too. There we go. So that's set up, and that's going to go here. Why, thank you, Darian. I'm a big fan of my beard. Hey, John Morgan's here. What's up, Johnny? Johnny Morgan? B, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Richard, I don't know why you're getting kicked, buddy. That's no fun. That is no fun, sir. Let's see what's going on with this now. That should go away, which will enable that to be there. There we are. There we are. Pretty painful. I'm sorry, Cass. I'm sorry. Nani got in bed with a migraine. That's too bad. That's too bad, Nani. John Morgan, I hope you were spoiled, my friend. Daryl Battles here. This is good. Oh my goodness, Steph. That's rough. That's rough. Daryl joining us on an iPhone. Yes, autocorrect is fun. Let me say hi to the chat room before I forget. Lena, hey. James, hey. Sean, hello. Cassie, hello. Richard, Daryl, B, Chris, what's up, buddy? Steph, Richard again. I think I'm getting Nani, hey. Good to see you. Darian, good to see you. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. That would be Weak Sauce. I feel like I'm getting y'all as I'm scrolling through the chat. Martha, hey, hello. Oh, well, Dexter is cool. Is this the new one? Is it being relaunched yet, or has that not happened? B has a new puppy. Why, hello. That's cool. Welcome, Martha. Yes, Nani's super cool. My vacation is going pretty well. I'm napping a lot, which I enjoy. I've been doing a lot of cooking, which is kind of a fun hobby I've enjoyed. I'm going to play some guitar later, I hope. Yeah, my mandatory vacation. Oh, the new Dexter. Ooh, I should tell Janelle. She got me into the old one. For sure. A new pair of shoes and some hunting knives. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know about the iPhone thing, brother. Sorry. I don't know. I did. I like Dexter too. I didn't like the way it ended, though. That bothered me. Harry Potter Legos. That's pretty wicked. That's pretty wicked. Excuse me. No, it's Diet Sprite tonight. Janelle got me this ice cube tray that's got ice cubes like this big when you're done. Because I love a nice big ice cube in my drink. So I had that going before the stream here, so I just kind of left it. A 5-string electric violin. That is wicked. I'm going to have to tell Nadia. Nadia is going to love that. That's cool, Lena. I hope everybody's well. Retinal Circus in the background. Yeah, that'd be something. John's playing the Retinal Circus. Awesome. A 6-string bass, Darian. There we go. There we go. There's the official Instagram for the Music Academy if you guys want to follow us on there. Or if you're feeling more brave, you can follow me specifically, but I'm crazy, so enjoy. Yes, John, the Retinal Circus is so good, dude. So good. So good indeed. Chris, it's good to see you, buddy. Our 2 mods are in the chat this evening, James and Chris. Oh, no, Mrs. Bond is sick. That's no good. Hope it's nothing serious. Just a common cold, I hope. You might have to join the Instagram thing, so you got to behave. Yeah, that happens. That happens. I don't behave on Instagram, though. Just if we're being totally honest, John. Those that follow me directly, it's sketch at times. It's sketch. 6-string acoustic. Very cool, Darian. I've got a couple guitars behind me here. These are neat. It feels like it's been a while since the last live stream. It feels like it has been a while. Hey, Kelly. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I like to post my sense of humor. I got to join to see this game. Yeah, John. I'm actually really stoked. I got I got this crazy like stand thing for my PlayStation that holds like the PlayStation itself and like cools it, as well as has some like PlayStation controllers in it and stuff. That's pretty neat. Well, Martha, I'd say you're quite the player then. Well, now, yes, now, who is the surprise guest? That is a good question. So the thing is, the surprise guest was or is still planned, and I'm still waiting to hear because there might be a last minute situation with them that makes it not possible for them to make it. So I don't want to say who the guest is in case for some reason they can't make it, because that would just bring a lot of stress to the guest that doesn't need to happen, if that makes sense. When did I start loving music as a hobby? Probably whatever age you're in grade 7, I'd say. That's probably when. How old are you in grade 7? Like 12? 13 maybe? I tell you, Martha, some days I really feel like an amateur too. I just have off days and I'm just like, ugh. Is the guest Sam? I wish Sam would come on here. I love Sam. Sam is awesome. I have so much fun talking with Sam. It was fun. My whole goal, I jumped in the live stream last night of Sam's because James let me know what was going on. So I jumped in. I was like, my whole goal is I am going to try and trip him up. I'm going to try and mess him up. And I think I did. I think I got him a couple times to be like, hey what? DJ? What? Who do you want it to be, Nani? We're always random, B. We're always random. That was the goal, Kelly. Just a mess up. Sam's another content creator, Martha. He's. I would like to consider him a friend of mine. I would, but I don't really know yet. I mean, I consider him a friend of mine. I don't know where he stands, though. Yeah, we're usually random, B. It's fun. Usually random. Nani and the crabs, I tell you. The seagulls. We should do an end of year recap. I'm not set up for it tonight. I don't know how I would do that. But I wonder if, like, now mathematically speaking, I wonder if we did that based on, what do you guys think? Based on the videos of, let's see. I mean, there might be. There might be. When I put in Janelle's stocking, Janelle's really into art, so I got her a lot of, like, I don't know what they're called, graphite pencils. Oh, B's taking off. B, thanks for jumping in. like graphite pencils and some marker colors and stuff like that. Something like that. Yeah, it happens, John. It happens. Let's see. What are my top videos? I don't even know how to use this because I never check it. From the last 365 days? No, from 2021. What are my top videos from 2021? Really? Really? Well, that's interesting. And they're so random. It is a lot of videos. It is, my friend. Average percentage viewed. Average view duration. Interesting. What is my most viewed? My most viewed by far seems to be Ali Sherlock doing Creep. That seems to be the most viewed by far. Hey, Barton, good to see you. Hey, Eric. Pentatonics Hallelujah. That's next. Wagaki Band is the third most popular. And then that Dead South, damn it, Michelle. That Dead South song is next. That's crazy. It's interesting for me to see which ones were from before and after the office remodel. That's what's interesting to me. Yeah, Dead South. I'm going to be doing some more of them next month. Well, I guess in a week. I never look at my analytics as much as I probably should. Wow, 43% of people watch this from a mobile phone, huh? Excellent. I'm getting hung up on these. The remodel is significant for me, John, because there was in all seriousness, there was a looming question of perhaps my background is so dog shit that people weren't clicking through the video. And because the office remodel also represents when I upgraded the camera and simultaneously started buying lights so I could light this better. So it's kind of like a timeline thing that we do. If that makes sense. Now, geography, I suspect. Yes. Wow. Interesting. I even get to see the geography of where the views come from. Wow. I should really pay attention to this. Or not really. Just keep doing me, I suppose. Okay, so this is an interesting statistic. This is a very interesting statistic. How? How? I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this. One sec, guys. I want you to see what I see. Yeah, it's going to be messy, but I'm going to show you. This is my face is kind of in the way, so let me move it. Let me move it here. I'll move my face up to here. There we go. And we'll just transition that. Yeah, I agree, John. If I work towards stats, that's no good. This is interesting. 91% of my viewers are not subscribed. How does that work? Only 8.7% of views from the channel for the entire year are subscribed. That's mind-blowing to me. Wow. Well, and yes, Lena. Majority is American, 100%. That's insane. 91%. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's ludicrous. Ludicrous to me. But hey, is what it is. Subscribers gained, subscribers lost. Yeah, did you guys hear about that? I posted that death metal Rudolph and I lost a massive amount of subscribers to me. It was so funny. Ah. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, that's an interesting number. It shows how many were bots that were deleted. It shows deleted accounts. That's good. Well, if I'm one of the few, I appreciate that, Daryl. That's amazing. Hey, Vince. Vince, are you in here, brother? I didn't see you. Where's what? Oh, Hooked on Phonics. Hey, buddy, it's good to see you. I'm just reading my analytics here, laughing because I try to never look at the numbers. Somebody I really, really respect in business said, "Do not look at your numbers. Do not look. Like, you don't play to your numbers. It's like hockey, I suppose. You play the man, not the puck. You play the man." I think I was messaging Chris. I think I was messaging you. We were in the Discord. And I said, I'm gonna lose so many subs over this. It was funny, dude. It was really funny. I thought the song was great. It was super wicked. Yeah, it's the trumpet, brother. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, like you gotta give it to them. They went all in on the cover. You gotta give it to them. They went all freaking in. Nothing, no half measures on that one. Oh man. Yeah, like it was great. But I think at current count, I think it's like 100 and something subs. I think. What if you can look at by video? I'm gonna see. Can you look at by video? Wow. Yeah, I mean, uh, my whole hey Linda, my whole thing was that's the music I love. So of course we're going to hear it from time to time on this channel because what kind of liar would I be if we never once heard it on this channel? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. Hey, Freebird, like in the stream. Thanks, buddy. We didn't get your that's my brother-in-law, everyone. We didn't get your light hooked up just yet, buddy. It's been madness. Been madness. Yeah. John Morgan, did I get you into Whitechapel yet? Or cattle decapitation, just saying. So I did the Rudolph reaction, and that was I Declare War. That was the name of the band. And that was recommended to me by my vocalist, Alex, who is also the one that got me into cattle decapitation. I used to hate cattle decapitation. I thought that's a bit much. That was a bit much. But I just, over time, it grew on me, man. It grew massively, and I just think it's absolutely phenomenal what they're doing. Seventh subscriber. Hey, congrats, Barton. Way to go, man. That's so badass. 7 leads to 8, leads to 10, bro. Keep it up. Some opinions. I'm curious. We can rapid fire. Do you guys want to do that? We did that once months ago. It might even have been a year ago. Yeah, but can we just agree? I think Pantera has transcended a band status for me. Like that's the entire reason I'm a musician. If you guys want to list bands, we'll do like a rapid fire. I'll tell you my opinion or whatever. Rapid fire. It started snowing again. I'm so jacked about this. This room gets warm. Hey, where's Michelle? I miss Michelle. I like Whitechapel fine, but not in my wheelhouse. Cattle Decap not so much. I've been listening to Pantera, though, and Without Mercy. Dude, talk to me about Pantera. Where are you at? What have you been listening to? Are you doing albums or song sources? What is dropping? Or if it's ice particles. Undercover death metal recommendation from me. I'm not sure I understand, Chris. Yeah, maybe it's hail. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, the bat. Yeah, the bat cover stuff is hilarious. But honestly, Death Clock is amazing. I mean, many reviewers will agree with you, Nani. Many, 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 many reviewers. Yeah, John, Pantera stuff is very much snapshotted by albums. So if you can snapshot stuff into the album era, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Hey, what's up, Wheeler Dave? So any Green Day. Hey, Rebecca. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy ho-ho. So any Green Day. Yes, Green Day. Oh, good call, Lena. Green Day, yeah, I like a lot of Green Day. I still think Holiday has one of the best choruses I've had. I get the pleasure of teaching a lot of Green Day on guitar, right? Because it's a good stepping stone after they start learning power chords. And we do a lot of Green Day, and it's always fun to learn quite a few number of songs when you're learning as a student, I would imagine. So, yeah, Green Day is pretty great. Home Free, yes, I think Home Free is fantastic, except I am very, very happy that I took a break after Home Free Fridays because I was getting very, very burnt out on Home Free. There's only so much like a cappella stuff I can listen to consecutively, and at the time I think we were doing Tonics Tuesdays. It was coming up. I was still doing Pentatonics. There was still Home Free. There was still Voice Play, and then the Jeff Castellucci stuff, and that is, in a lot of senses, that is so far like away from like what I normally listen to that I can get burnt out, just like I assume if like one of you guys would take on death metal significantly, right? If that makes sense. I feel like it makes sense. Oh yeah, you liked it. In Excess. Yeah, In Excess I don't have a lot of experience with. I don't have a massive amount of experience with, to be honest. You guys like me on Brother Sam's live stream? That was a lot of fun. I have not tried any. I've not tried any, Daryl. I'm not even sure what that is, to be perfectly honest. Enigma, I'm not sure. Yeah, Misfits, I know. REM, I know. Of course, Robert Plant, I know. That's about all I know, John Morgan. REM's really good. What about Tragically Hip? Have you gotten into them at all? I don't know Bill Withers. Yeah, have you guys checked out Wolfgang's group? What is it called? Mammoth, I think it's called. Have you checked that out? It's fantastic. There's a good way to wean into the death metal stuff too. Don't just start with the brutally heavy stuff. Work your way into it. That's important. Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, Churn? You saw them back on the Monster Tour. Churn, you and Joe. You and Joe. You guys get to see all these wicked shows. Yeah, The Who I'm familiar with, for sure. I could content with that, John. I could content with that. I am not familiar with Van Canto. Santana. So Santana's a weird one for me because I will simultaneously say great songwriter, super fun with his. I never remember the name of the album, but the one that has Smooth on it and Put Your Lights On, that one. He's great, and his knowledge of guest vocalists that he gets and then how he writes in turn with them is fantastic. Now, as a guitar player, I don't think he's like next level phenomenal or anything, but he's super fun. Super fun. Have a good night, Kelly. Hope you're well. Yeah, I figured it was going to be. Yeah, Rob Thomas. He's great. Oh, I know the song Stand By Me, but I didn't know it was Bill Withers. Oh, yeah. I know that song too. It's great. I think I heard, I want to say Chris Stapleton. Maybe it wasn't him. I could have sworn Chris Stapleton was the cover I heard. Now I don't feel, now I don't feel confident in that statement. But I mean, that's what Google's for. Let's check it out. Started the live stream amidst redoing cabling, so everything's a mess. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Love that song. Bandmade. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more Bandmade reactions. That'll be fun. Yeah, Beastie Boys. Yeah, I got into Beastie Boys a little bit, I guess. Um, I was teaching Tennessee whiskey. What did I have to teach? I had to teach Tennessee whiskey, and I had to teach. Oh, why am I drawing a blank on it? It's like such an iconic song. Oh my God, no. Sweet Caroline. Oh my God, wow. Wow. That was a situation. They didn't necessarily lack musical quality. It's the production stuff that they did behind the scenes and the beat making and the overall performance. Nobody really did it like them before, right? The three dudes like that. John, given that playlist that I'm staring at, ACDC, Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Dream Academy, DTP, Disturbed, Genesis, Floyd, Rush, They Might Be Giants. Have you tried any Dream Theater? I think I did react to Afterlife. I know there was a couple of bandmade tunes that got me a lot of heat, a lot of blocks and stuff. So that's why I kind of took a break for a little bit. But I'm pretty sure I did Afterlife. We Uncle Davis really liked that. Yeah, Trans Siberian Orchestra is pretty sick. See, Dream Theater was a tough one for me. I can't seem to get into Dream Theater, but I super respect every single member of that band musically. John Petrucci is a phenom on the instrument, man. But it's a tough band for me to get into. Was Dance of Eternity? We used to have a bass player in our band that was trying to get me into that for the longest time, and I just don't think that's a great song to start with. I had a pretty decent Christmas, Rebecca. Yeah, I got to spoil Janelle and take care of some people that needed some help and do some nice things for some people. So it felt really good. It felt really, really good. Depends what you mean by easy, Freebird. Like Tuesday's Gone. It's super interesting. Tuesday's Gone is originally Lynyrd Skynyrd, but Metallica's cover on it on Garage Incorporated is fantastic. Unforgiven, the opening of Unforgiven's kind of weird, but the stretching. But I mean, overall, not super hard to play. Yeah, I want to get into some Shinedown. Hey, what's up, Sean? Sort of, Lena. They're more prog. They're more like progressive. Every song's like 9 minutes long. But there's no screaming vocals, so you might be into it. I agree, Rebecca. It's the best thing. I love it to death. I don't know Silk Sonic. Yeah, they really did do it, and it's like a weird, just out of nowhere recording of it too. Right? It almost looks like it was recorded on a phone. I remember that. No, Churn, I haven't, buddy. I'm still stuck on that Alluvial record, man. I've been getting a lot of gear together, trying to get like the tones and stuff, and I'm putting this office on this side that you can't see. I'm putting it together, and I'm gonna just go nuts into the guitar world again, man. I'm gonna try and like double up my skill set. Taking a lot of lessons in the new year. I got a lot of lessons booked, and I got a lot of sheets that I've purchased direct from the artist to learn how to play it properly. I'm so obsessed with learning again. I don't know what happened. I got bit from something somewhere, and I like wanted to learn more. That's solid advice, Lena. I'd listen to John. That's solid advice. Nice to meet you, Martha. I hope you're well wherever you are. Thanks so much for joining us. You're awesome. But with heavy screams. Ooh. You guys know your boy DJ likes the heavy screams. John, have you checked out Slaughter to Prevail yet? I feel like John's the guy I send bands to. Yeah, Lena, their keyboard player is like I don't even have words. I don't even have words. Infinitum album? I don't know, John. I don't know this one. Ice 9 Kills. That sounds interesting. No, I don't know Unlucky Morpheus either. This is why I love it. You guys tell me about all these bands I don't know about. This is cool. Hey, Buddha Squirrel. Good to see you. BTS, yes, I started doing some BTS, but then they were aggressive copyright blocks, so I got a little gun shy and backed away for a bit. But I think we've solved that problem now, and I think we're going to come back to it. Yeah, squirrel. Squirrel. uh... Yeah, wasn't into it, Lena, I'll be honest. Blackpink? I did a Blackpink one. Oh, now you're going to make me Google it. Which Blackpink one did I do? And I think it got obliterated. But I remember liking it. But it got like, it was my first... I think it was my first or my second time a video got nuked off the channel, and I had no idea what was even happening. I never experienced that, and it was somewhat like terrifying, to be honest, because you're all creators. We're just scared of our channels being deleted or something. Oh no, do they, Anessa? I hope they're okay. I hope they get better in 5 seconds. I don't know how many times I have to click this button, but, you know. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I did Kill This Love. I think that's the one I did. Yes. Kill This Love. And it looks like it's up there now. That must have been the one. Yeah, that was, I got to do some more. Until It Bleeds? Is that a Blackpink one? Godsmack is interesting, Freebird. Godsmack, they do these like arena style shows and they just do one-offs because they're so freaking huge. No comment, John. No comment. Marilyn Manson's a trailblazer. I mean, the rumor of the music industry is that Trent Reznor went to the, I don't know his name, but the guy who's Marilyn Manson, his real name, I don't know his real name, but went to him and said, "This is what you need to do. The music industry needs it." I mean, Marilyn Manson's a trailblazer. His version of things like Sweet Dreams or even Beautiful People back that era, like Antichrist Superstar or whatever it was called. Is that what it's called? Smells Like Children. Those records, they're just like, it served such a poignant issue by making people pay attention to stuff like that. And it was, it's unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, Sully's freaking fantastic, dude. So fantastic. I want to attempt one of those when he's singing with the voice box in his mouth, for like I think it's called voodoo. Voodoo? I love that. I'm not the one who's so far away. I just love that. So good. Yeah, and Chris, that's a classic example of tempo being altered. There's lots of stuff. That Chase guy, you guys always try to get me to talk to, but he's just busy. Made a whole career out of that, converting major key stuff to minor key and vice versa, adding layered harmonies to things and vice versa. It's brilliant what you can do. Haven't done Aurora yet. Brian Warner. There, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, my friends, I am about to hit the BRB screen. And when I come back, our special guest will be here. So I truly hope you guys are ready for this one. It should be fun. So I'm going to hit the Be Right B, get yourself a drink or whatever you got to do. And we'll do it. Be right back. It's Phil from Small Town Titans.
What's up?
Hi, Phil.
Hi, everybody. What's going on? How you doing, DJ?
I'm famous people hanging out with me makes me feel cool. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, bro.
You're quite famous yourself, my friend. On the YouTube scene, you're doing a decent job on here.
I'm famous on bathroom stalls everywhere. That's
Fair enough.
We're gonna see if we can get Phil to just leave the chat because of my horrible sense of humor. That's the goal here.
Hey, dude, I'm told that I have the same sense of humor from my wife, so yeah, don't worry. It's all good.
This is fair.
Yeah,
dude.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. How is the audio, friends? Can you hear Phil all right? Let me know in the chat as we continue this conversation of a world famous rock star and a ginger from Vancouver. Yes. Now you don't look like a ginger, Phil.
No, I missed that part of the gene pool. I've got plenty of Scotch Irish in there, in the ancestry, but it's I missed the mark on the red hair, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It seems you got it, so that's good.
Gotta have something. Good. Gotta have something.
Yeah.
Fill me in, man. What's going on? How's life? What's new?
Well, the newest thing on the docket, at least for me personally, is I'm about to be a dad for the first time, which is super cool, super exciting.
Excellent.
My wife and I are super thrilled. We're having a baby boy here that's going to be coming in mid-January, if not any day now. So it could be any day. On top of that, we had another great season where, people, we always like this time of year as the band because whenever, Grinch becomes popular, during this time of year, we always get new people that discover the band, which is always fun. And that's a really cool thing. And then it becomes a Christmas classic for those who are familiar with the song. And it gives us the push we need for the year to come, which has a lot of cool little doohickeys and things that we've got planned. So,
yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. We discovered you through the Grinch, 100% over here.
Yeah, really appreciated your reaction video, by the way. That was really, really nice to watch. I thought that was awesome feedback. Given the fact that I'm also a voice coach too, like just hearing you use the jargon and you obviously know what you're talking about. So it was like, kudos to you, my man.
Well, thanks for the compliment. It's all the cue cards that I have in front so that people think I know the jargon. It's
you just gotta look it up on like Google Translate. Like, what does this mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I actually had a voice student today online, and I was looking up stuff on Google Translate because we were working on something in Latin. So they're getting ready for regionals, so we had to and I was a little rusty on my Latin, so I had to use good old Google Translate for that.
Yeah, I thought we could chat about that because like one thing I respect is just hustle and like doing the little bit of research on you that I did because I'm lazy. A little bit of research, I was like, oh damn, this son of a bitch goes to town. This is cool. You've got your Small Town Titans band. Forgive me, no disrespect. Something in the Wolf.
Yeah, that's okay. It's my wife and I. We have a duo called Lucille and the Wolf. Whenever the guys and I aren't out touring during the spring and the summer, my wife and I will do gigs on the weekends, and I have a loop station. I have an acoustic guitar. Unfortunately, I lost my whole harmonica set at a show over the summer, and unfortunately, it just disappeared in the chaos of that festival. It was at a motorcycle club. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time, but I hope it pops up at some point. Otherwise, I'll have to grab some new harmonicas anyway. But I'll usually do something with like a loop station, an RC 500, my acoustic guitar, harmonicas, and then we'll just harmonize with each other all the time, and it's a lot of fun. And we'll do like top 40s. We'll do mashups, and it's very, very impromptu, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, it's just as much fun as Titans. It's just a completely different animal. It's cool.
No pun intended, because there's a wolf in the title, so no pun intended.
Yeah, right.
The animal thing.
Yeah.
So you got Lucille and the Wolf. You got Small Town Titans on the vocal blueprint, I think you're calling it.
That is correct. Yes. I yes, the Vocal Blueprint is it's a 2.5 hour video tutorial. It's a 2.5 hour seminar essentially that I put in video format. If you go to it's a little convoluted, unfortunately. I should probably change the domain name so it's easier for people to access. But if you search the Vocal Blueprint, my stuff comes up. If you go to the-vocal-blueprint.teachable.com, links are in my bios, like, in my socials on my website. The class is on sale right now. I'm doing a holiday special right now where if you sign up for the class, you get like a 30-minute consultation with me for free, where we just talk about where you're at with your voice, what you're doing with your singing, what your goals are, get an idea of your vocal range, all that stuff. So that usually costs a fee, but if you do the class and purchase the class, then you get that for free, plus a major discount on future lessons if you decide to continue. So that's a big new thing that I'm doing right now with that too. So then I have voice students on top of that, and I've been teaching for 10 years, actually. Damn. Almost just as long as I've been with the band, pretty much. So
damn, dude.
Yeah, it's been great. I've been incredibly blessed to be able to do both, and just have everything kind of umbrella under one big thing. Which I thought it would be cool to talk to you about your experience teaching music too, because you run your own academy. From the research that I've done, I'm also kind of lazy too. So.
Yes,
but I know that you have a lot of stuff going on too, that you teach music, that you have your YouTube channel, you're doing reaction videos. Obviously we're going live on your YouTube channel right now. So I'd love to hear more about what you're doing.
Yeah, well, the other thing I wanted to mention before we get into that was the other thing that's not often talked about with you, which is your modeling career. Because clearly,
modeling?
Yeah, you're modeling. Yes, you're modeling.
Modeling, yes. Modeling.
not muddling. Okay. No.
Like muddling, yeah, because I muddle in a lot of stuff, man. I do. It's true.
Yes, I got a calendar sent to me. Your wife sent me a wonderful fireman calendar. That was really cool. I was like, wow. So Phil really is a free man, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't let the name fool you.
You're cutting out just a little bit, so I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. So, that's modeling career, enlighten me.
Modeling. You're a handsome guy, Phil. You're a handsome guy.
Oh, thank you. Don't make me blush. Gosh, I got the good lighting back. I'm gonna blow up, and then I'm gonna go into the red part of the.
Yeah, teaching. Tell me, are you maintaining a regular base of students, or how's that working?
It's definitely a learning curve and a process as far as navigating. Let's just call out the elephant in the room, the pandemic. Just teach. And I had 1/3 of when the whole thing started. 1/3 of my student body was already online. So I had a decent knowledge of how to use, video to teach online, to be able to teach with students online. It's obviously a bit of a learning curve for the students, but it proved incredibly useful to be able to just, take everybody and move them to online. And obviously a lot of businesses, a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants, they all moved there. And which was great because we could continue to work and progress, and also keep people relatively safe. So but I decided to go back and teach in person in September after I got off started touring with the band a little bit over the summer and stuff. 2021 was a very interesting year. It was just kind of after getting out of that year and a half and going back out on the road, it was just kind of. It was strange to start that process again, to be honest. It was to start teaching in person with people because, what's right? What are you supposed to do? There are certain things with singing, the fact that you're, projecting into the room, and, sometimes you have to show people how to stand and all that stuff. So it's just it's a lot to navigate this year as to what's right, what people are comfortable with, gauging what you're comfortable with, the fact that I have a kid on the way, and especially now, I don't want to leave my house just in case I need to ship myself and the wife to the hospital. So it's
Yeah, and
we're definitely.
it creates like
Sorry, go ahead.
poison words. That's what we call it at the academy. It creates like poison words, like, oh, you can't say vaccine, or you can't ask about this, or you can't, is that the right mask you should be wearing? Oh, why is he not wearing a purple shirt? It's just becomes ludicrous very, very quickly. And
Right.
yeah, we felt
I
it
try
too.
to avoid that and be as judge free as possible when it comes to that. I've made my own decisions, my own choices in regards to my health and well being, as I'm sure plenty of other people have used common sense. And the places that I work at that are in person, they've got they've got medical grade air filters that are going on. They're taking all kinds of procedures.
I
So
love it.
I feel very comfortable teaching there. It's just it's if anything, coupled with the fact that my wife is pregnant, that's why it's it's a lot to navigate. It's all.
Yeah, it is.
But
And especially like it's that coupled with the band as well. What's the touring going to be like? What's it going to be like to play any
right.
show? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. We had a lot of great fun over the summer though, and we were very, very lucky. We all kept our health. We all had a really great time, and we toured. We opened up for Hailstorm on July 30th in our hometown, and she shared the stage with us, Lizzie Hale, which was super cool for a cover of Hunger Strike. Um, and we're actually a cool story. We're actually from the same area of Pennsylvania. Hailstorm, RJ, and Lizzie grew up in Red Lion, Pennsylvania, which is just half hour down the road on Route 24 from where I live. So it's cool to see that those York, Pennsylvania bands continue to flourish. The South Central PA bands continue to make a scene. It's pretty cool.
That's badass. Hailstorm, good for you.
Yeah, man. Dude, it was great. Thank you. It was a fantastic moment, and it's really cool that it's a credit to Lizzie too for deciding to share the stage with us. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience, and looking forward to the next time that happens, if it does.
Well, Lizzie knows talent when she sees it. Let's be real. Let's call the other elephant out in the room, man. Come on. That guitar player of yours in your band is dope as hell.
Dude, right? He looks like a rock star. He will not. He refuses to cut his hair now. He used to have a buzz cut, and now him and I have changed to we've changed MOs essentially. Yeah, genetics caught up with my ass. So
I'm not far behind you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not far behind you.
Fair enough, man.
Clever
Hey,
beanie
happens to the
placements.
best of us, dude. Hey, at least you got a badass beard, dude. I can't even do that. It's all Mr. Cleanup here for me.
There's so many jokes, my friend. So many jokes.
So many.
So
So
many
many.
jokes.
We could spend the rest of this evening on that alone. So
Ha. My yes.
Good.
Yes. Tell me something. I'm curious. What's it like navigating? I'm going to preface this with a weird thing. What's it like navigating the world of educating? Because obviously you're a successful educator. Let's be real. But
thank you.
with your you have very nice success with your groups that's also got to play a role. But then navigating the pressure of teaching, coupled with the financial responsibility of okay, which one is paying my food and shelter and stuff and yada yada. There's so many facets that go into teaching more than just sing this note, good for you, see you next week, Jimmy. There's more. And I wonder how
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good question. I've never seen it as, I mean, and forgive me for saying this, but it's been less of a challenge for me and more of an asset in the sense that whenever, I get to test what I teach on myself before I teach it all the time. So when the band was just getting started, I'd be playing these 3-hour sets, of 80% covers, 20% originals, and these nasty hole in the wall bars with great people, and just be on 4 to 5 hours of sleep, but hydrating, get as much vocal rest as possible, all the basics along with all of the techniques that I've learned from my voice coaches over the years. Wonderful people. I owe them everything. And it's such an equal exchange. It's an equilibrium because I get to take the knowledge and the practice that I've had out in the field and bring it to the classroom.
Right.
Right. So like I can say definitively and with a lot of backed evidence based on self experimentation that this stuff works. Because if it didn't work, I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you.
That's fair.
And yeah, I'd be sounding like Hire Me Firestein, and I'd probably be,
What's the name of the guy from
something.
South Park? Ned? Is that his name? Ned?
What's that?
Do you remember Ned from South Park? He would always like, oh, he's coming right for us.
He's coming right for us.
Yeah, right.
I want to comment on something you
Yeah.
said. The holes in the wall places, the shit holes.
Yeah.
I play in one of those angry swing my hair like a jackass type bands, and we have played the shittiest places that exist in this country.
It's part of the whole thing. It's part of the gamut.
But dude,
It is.
like we were talking, we did a couple of tours across Canada and whatnot, and we did this one where we did something like 25 or 26 shows in 30 days, and we were doing like shithole, and then we did this fairly large couple of places towards the end because hiring a decent publicist is a thing, kids, and
It is. It is. Remember that. You're watching.
And then, and then like we would always talk in the van as you're driving 3 a.m., 12 hours to your next gig or whatever. We're like, man, this big venue sucked. That shithole was way cooler. The people were way more into it. Let's just play the shitholes. That was way more fun.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. There's always the great venues that like have just like everything laid out for you and it's amazing and they fill out your rider, which is like super great. And then you have like these places that could give a rat's ass about even giving you a case of water. And but they end up being the best shows, It's like I totally get that. Yeah. And they certainly, especially when you're getting started and playing those venues, that it's a challenge. It was such a great mountain to climb, and looking back on it, I'm so thankful for hindsight's 2020. Obviously, when you're in, it's like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I'm gonna be broke soon. The money's running out. I can't keep teaching students in the back of the 1995 Ford E350 while we're going down the highway and I'm in a bunk. It's not working. So
Yeah.
But those experiences are immensely formative, and so anybody watching this that's scared of going on tour, you're gonna learn what you're made out of.
100%.
You're gonna learn what you're made out of.
150 million %. And that's the what's the word I'm looking for here? I think the I don't want to be cheesy. I think the respect that I had for you guys, because obviously I did the reaction video because it was requested, and I was like, yeah, all right, Small Town Titans, what a joke is this going to be? And I remember the actual oh shit, Buddy can play, because I'm a guitar player. I'm going to start looking at your guitar player instantly. We all do it. Every guitar player does it. We start sizing up the other guitar. We all do it. That's why there's that joke. How many guitar players does it take to change a light bulb? 57. The answer's 57. It's one to screw in the light bulb and the rest of them to go, I could do that better. It's a classic guitar joke, totally accurate. But I remember seeing that and then seeing you, obviously, and being like, oh, son of a bitch. Okay. And then paying attention to the drummer going, this guy's got to be shit then. And no, the drummer's really freaking good too. Okay.
Dude, we just recorded some demo material and that guy is a machine. He's so on the click. It's ridiculous. It's I barely have to do any quantizing. It's just dude.
And that's my point, is what instantly hit me like that was I was like, these guys have freaking grinded it out. These are not a set of pretty boy people. These guys grinded their freaking off. You can see it clearly.
Dude, that was the best analogy ever. It's I'm in a rock band on Daddy's money in between shows at the yacht club.
Shout out to Coldplay.
Some of them. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's That's my career. There we
Ouch.
go. There we go.
All right, there you go. Hey, it is what it is. No, but we pride ourselves on, doing a lot of stuff by like, like DIY, at least in the start. Like that's what got us going. We did a lot of crowdfunding stuff back in the day with, on a wing and a prayer, and people showed up. We started building a small fanatic little army of fans, in our little in our area of Pennsylvania, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. We kept opening up for national acts and stuff, and we just, we definitely have paid our dues over the years, and it's definitely been worth it. It's absolutely been worth it. So
well, it makes you respect it more too. Like let's call a spade here. It makes you respect it. If you were just like, here you go, success overnight, congratulations, you'd be like, yeah, but I'd rather just sleep in and watch this, like, Downton Abbey marathon or something. I don't know.
That was a great show.
I mean, it was. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if you feel like using your brain and like, I don't know. It's yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. We were talking about respect. Yes, respect is earned, or given. So I get that, and I certainly. I'm incredibly to be in a band with these two guys, because we actually started out as a 5-piece, and unfortunately the other two members decided to leave, either for personal reasons or whatever it might be, and it is what it is. We wish them well, and it's one of those things. But instead of like trying to add new members, we just decided to stick with the 3. I used to just be lead singer and rhythm guitar sometimes, so I just decided to hop on bass because I dabbled with it once in a while, and I could, read bass clef. I played bass instruments in band and orchestra all my life. So I was like, you know what, let's just give this a try and see if I can do 2 things at once. So it seemed to work out.
Yeah, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Let's get all the jokes. The bass player and the lead singer disease. Let's just do it all.
Dude.
Let's just do it all.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Lead singer's disease is a real thing, and this is the problem. All lead singers have it. It's like herpes, man. It breaks out once in a while, and you gotta control it. It like valve checks or something.
Oh man. Oh man.
Like you just got to like
yes.
You got to keep it suppressed, because you're gonna test positive if you sing and you're in a band. You're gonna test positive for that stuff. So you got to manage it, because once in a while. Yeah. So I try to stay humble,
It's so real. Humble. We our vocalist is like, he's got it pretty in check. Like it's not super
good.
It's not super bad, but like we've played with some groups. Oh man. Like, I shall only perform when the sun comes from the northern side and shines on the 6th syllable of my Diet Pepsi that was presented to me by a Sherpa that was flown in from, like, holy buddy, dial it back.
Yeah, it's like if I hear 4K at the decibel level of -25 in my left monitor, I will walk off the stage immediately. Don't even think about giving me feedback in my in-ears. So there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
I try to avoid being that guy as much as I can. I have been that guy for times where it's been like, anything in our monitors, and the high as a kite. And he's just like, yeah, dude, it sounds great up there. And I was like, man, I wish I could say the same.
Yeah, we got our start playing with, and I don't really know how it happened, but that we always got along with them, because we're one of those, I don't even know what subgenre we'd be. We're an angry metal band, right? And we used to always play with punk rock bands. I don't know why. It just always worked out that way. So we'd be like, hey, what's up? We used to play with these guys called Politicians in Sinking Ships, because the acronym was PISS. And they just thought that was hilarious.
I love that. That's great.
And there's vocalist, this guy named dude. We got along all the time. But I
awesome.
Remember 3 punk bands, and then we'd go on, and then like while we're playing, the sound man leaving, just outright leaving, and us being like, okay, what the. Like, wait, I don't even know what to do with this information. And it's one of those, like, you just sit there like, I don't know whatever. Let's finger the crowd and windmill our hair, and then we look cool on camera, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But it's
That's fun.
it's been a journey, to say the least.
Dude, I'd love to know more about your band. I'm actually, like, I feel bad. Like, I should have, like, made some more, like, effort into diving into what you do and, like, the band that you're in, because I'm a bit of a metalhead myself, and I like that type of stuff.
Ooh, well, we can email back and forth, and I can pretend that we're friends.
I think we can pretend for now, and we'll probably develop an actual real friendship after this. I sense that.
Sweet.
I sense that after this conversation.
I'm
man.
needy, just so you know.
What's up?
I'm needy, just so you know.
Oh, you're needy. Okay.
Yes, I'm a hugger. Right. I'm a hugger, Phil.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, you said, at some point we were gonna I was gonna leave the chat. Well, here it is. It's okay. No, I'm super, like, I'm overly affectionate as well. I consider with a bit of an edge, I would say, but it is what it is.
So I'm curious, if I may.
What's up?
Most teachable moment that you sat back and were like, fuck yeah.
Most teachable moment where I sat back and I was like, fuck yeah.
Now, this can be either for yourself, or for a student that you've helped, that you've been like, that's what's up.
Dude, okay, so I'm going to say this. I can't think of any one specific thing with my students. All I know is that I get really excited when I see the light bulb go off.
Yeah, that's what's up.
When I see, when they open their mouth and they go, yeah, and it's like, and they're just like, their eyes light up because they know they just did something that they didn't even know that was possible for them to do. And then it'll be coupled by me trying to hold my excitement in, and I'll be like, so, how did that feel?
Yeah.
And, like, all I want to do is like, yes, yes, yes. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, and just, like, celebrate. But I have to keep it in, because what if they felt like, soreness in their throat and it didn't feel right? I don't want to, like, encourage them to do something that's going to end up hurting themselves in the future. We have to evaluate it first. And then I'm just like, and it's just like that. I do have moments like that, and I cherish every single one of them when they happen. It's wonderful. As far as fuck yeah moments, I've had a lot of those in my own education, self-education, in the industry, in life, whatever it might be. And I guess I have a question before I answer this question. Are you thinking more in general, or having to do? Forgive me if I missed this in the question. Is it specifically with music?
No.
Or is it just in general?
Correct.
Okay. So, all right, we're gonna get super deep.
Oh, let's do this.
Okay. So I've always had this kind of in the back of my head, but once I started applying it, given circumstances and stuff, it really made a huge impact. And it made an immense impact at a time that was, it was crucial for me to take this mentality on. I started reading a lot of books about stoicism and, it just pretty much operating system for, like, active philosophy, essentially. And then that ended up leading me to Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, which was what I went for as much as I possibly could during a time where my mom was on hospice. She decided to go on hospice early because she was diagnosed with cancer in March of 2014, and she passed in February of 2017. So that year where she was, slowly on her way to the other side, it was a very profound time in my development, along with, touring and developing my band all through the time that she was, getting treatments for her cancer and dealing with that whole situation. Those between 2014 and 2017 was super, super, super key in learning a lot of things. And the one thing from that whole situation, that whole experience that I took from everything that I learned, everything that I read, everything that fell into my lap, all the opportunities, all the challenges, all the heartache, all the things that I could have blamed on other people or other things or whatever. At the end of the day, 3 words always rang true. I am responsible. Doesn't mean that I'm in control of everything. Doesn't mean I have to be in control of everything. Doesn't mean that I can't cry and wail and moan and be angry. It doesn't mean that. What it means is that if I do, I'm making the choice to. If I want to, if I am overwhelmed with emotion, I'm not blaming anybody else for that. I am cherishing and embracing that moment because that is how I'm feeling right now. And there is no need to blame anyone else for that. I am responsible for that because it is making me feel better in this moment to bawl my eyes out, Like, do you see where I'm coming from with this? And then things with the band, Like, if there's a disagreement or if there's something going on where something didn't get done, or something got done incorrectly, rather than trying to point fingers at somebody else within the team or try to point fingers at another entity, I always look at, okay, how could I have made this better? How can I fix this? Rather than who is to blame here? Who, like why did this person not do this? Why did this person not do that? No, why did I not communicate more clearly? What is it that I missed? Because it really elongates the fuse for me, when it comes to that. And it's elongated the fuse for a lot of things in my life. And it's made me much more aware of what I say and how I say it by taking what Jocko Willink, he's a former Navy SEAL and is a very, very popular person in the business development field and stuff. He has some really, really great books.
Yeah, I wish you could see my bookshelf that's right there. I wish you could see it right now with what you're talking about right now. I shit you not, it's right there.
What is it? Extreme Ownership?
That one and Discipline Equals Freedom.
My man.
I shit you not. It's right there.
You just went from pretend friend to real friend real quick. So there you go.
Thank you, Jocko. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Jocko. Appreciate you, bro. If you're watching this, I know. Hey, he's a musician too. Like, he can play guitar and shit. Like, he was in hardcore bands and stuff. Yeah,
it's sweet, man.
And he's apparently a fan of the D too, Tenacious D.
Oh, of course, who isn't? I don't want to derail you though. Please,
no,
you're on a super
coming
sick
back
thought
to this. So, and there's always been elements of that in my life where, like, I did make the right decisions. I did, was always felt that it was a good thing to be a team player. One thing that we've always, cherished within this band is that we always split everything evenly.
Yes.
Outside of stipends, outside of, other responsibilities, as far as the royalties are concerned, as far as the, decision-making process is concerned, everything is split 3 ways. It is a democracy. It is not a dictatorship. No one in the band always gets their way, and I've seen and experienced and observed too many good bands run just run ashore and get stranded because somebody wanted more money or somebody feels like they're contributing more and contributing more, and they feel like they're that they're entitled to more because of it. And sometimes that is a situation where that's fair, and I'm not saying that that's not, like, that there aren't situations where that happens, but I'm just incredibly blessed to be in a situation where I have a team that I'm in partnership with that recognizes the sanctity of that. And so if there's any bands watching this, like, the thing that keep in mind is that whenever you're having a disagreement with your band, or let alone if there's anything in your life, if you don't like the place that you're at, if you don't like your job, if you don't like, the way that you look, if you don't like the way that you sound or whatever, like whatever it might be, it's your responsibility. Like whatever you decide to do with that, you're responsible for it. It's almost as if you can play this mind game with yourself with that then too. Whether or not this is true, I'm not arguing whether this is true or not. I am simply saying that this idea works for me. Imagine, if you will, the saying is like, we didn't choose to be born. We don't get to choose to be born.
Yeah.
We just get born. What if we just imagined for a second that we did make a choice in this sense? It's not like we chose like, oh, I want to be this person in this country and at this, at this juncture with these amazing skill sets. No, it's like this. It's like somebody at a poker table is like, okay, here's the game. The game is life. Roll the dice. You may have an amazing life. You may have a horrible life. You have no idea what you're going to encounter. There's all kinds of things that you could win out and win the lottery here, or you could die as soon as you get there, or you could have horrible ailments. There's all kinds of things that could occur in this game that is called life. Do you still want to play? And a part of me wants to say that wherever I was in that ether, for imaginary purposes, for theory purposes, I said yes. Now, what that does is that puts my brain, at least in the sense that no matter what I'm going through, I chose this. I chose this life. So there's no reason. I can't look on whatever's happening politically or what's ever happening, with things outside of my control, or things that I chose to be here. I chose to be on this planet. So, and to take that risk. And I mean, evolutionary, like when you look at it from a biological standpoint, that's what life is. Life is literally taking risks to exist. So that's what we're doing as a species. Whether or not we had a beginning before we were born, that's certainly up for debate. But the mentality that you made the choice to be here really sets the tone for other things too, because then it means that, if you're like sad about being in the band that you are, well, no, dude, you chose to be in this band. You chose to be in this outfit. You chose to take this responsibility on. It's your choice. You can also make the choice to leave if you need to, or do the things that are necessary in order to change your circumstances. There are certain things within your power and control that you may not think you are, but it all starts with the mentality that you chose this. And it's not to like belittle you. It's not to say, oh, you chose this, so you better just make your bed and get in it, because this is life, kid.
Yeah.
No, it's like, yeah, dude, like you have the ability to make choices for yourself. You have the ability to make choices for yourself that could, be very beneficial or a complete opposite of that. But that's all part of the game. And you have a big superpower, and that superpower is choice. So, all right. I'm going to get off the soapbox here and let you talk.
Well, no, I think what's freaking me out here is that we share so many, like I'm getting dumbfounded in speech. We share so many similar thought patterns and experiences and belief systems. It's freaking me out, buddy.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to freak you out here, dude, but like, I'm glad that there's somebody else out there that thinks along the similar, lines. Here's a question for you. What's your dominant hand? Totally off.
It depends. If it's academic, it's right side. If it's physicality, it's left side.
physicality, it's left side. What hand do you write with?
Right side.
Right side. Okay, interesting. Cool. I was gonna say, like, if you were left-handed, I was gonna be like, let's do karate in the garage, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah. Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah, but that's
Did you touch my drum set?
classic. Such a classic.
My thing, sharing on the grief aspect here, that's similar, was we lost my dad a long time ago. Feels like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I was short circuiting. I was like, because I never experienced grief of that magnitude, so I didn't understand what was happening, and my frustration of not understanding what was happening, and then the inability to communicate that, like, to my wife. I remember getting down to, I felt like we were in kindergarten. The language I was using, I was like, this not talking to this not communicate, and she's like, oh fuck, okay, Jesus. And I remember, like, the circular depression was that I was upset my dad was gone because I was trying to work on the band thing and he didn't get it, and we hadn't done anything, and I was all like, I'm a piece of shit son, you died before I could do anything. And then seeing that my wife saw that I was in pain, and she was crushed that I was in pain, and I couldn't help her because I couldn't help it was this whole thing. But I remember doing the Tony Robbins program, who I'm a huge advocate for Tony Robbins. And he says this thing is kind of similar to what you were saying, and but it was you are allowed. I'm paraphrasing Tony Robbins, which is insanely difficult to do.
Right.
He was like, you are allowed to be mad, angry, pissed, upset, sad, depressed. Every connotation of the word, you are allowed to do that. I give you permission to do that, but you are not allowed to live there. And that was my, like, oh shit, I'm living here. That's not okay. And Tony Robbins is what led me to Jocko, which is what led me to Jordan Peterson, which is what led me to Did you just say JP, bro? I mean, if you look at some old streams, I've got the Hail Lobster shirt. Like,
you got the Hail Lobster.
I got the Hail Lobster shirt.
Great. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
His books are right here,
too. Kind of like that. Yeah, Tim Ferriss was the guy for me. That's what got me to Jocko. That's what got me to. Yep, there it is.
You're freaking me out, Phil. Dude. The hell.
Yeah, man. I know, right? Like, that's really cool. No, like, I was like a big fan of Tim Ferriss, and like I love how Tim Ferriss just, like, has so many great, like, at least working relationships with so many people.
Yeah.
And just like exposes so much knowledge to the world. And and then, like, and Joe Rogan, like, who would have thought that the guy from Fear Factor ended up being an amazing podcaster and is a great interviewer? Like, holy crap. When I heard he had a podcast, I was like, is that the dude from Fear Factor? And then I watched a podcast like a few years ago, and I think like one of the first ones I ever watched was like of Jordan Peterson. And I was so impressed with like just the amount of knowledge that guy had and the way that he presented himself. It reminded me so much of the philosophical stuff that the philosophical like topics and composure of my dad. So like Jordan Peterson reminds me a lot of my dad, and it was just like really, really cool to kind of like see that parallel. So like I dove a lot into like his stuff too. Like right after my mom passed, there was a lot of stuff that he said that I really resonated with. And like he's a controversial figure in the sense that like there are things that people disagree with him on, and it's understandable, but he does make some immensely good points and brings up some immensely interesting arguments that need to be acknowledged. And he needs to be seen for the really the genius work that he is doing. I think that a lot of people in the intellectual field acknowledge that and see that.
Well, I think universally in the intellectual field of the elite, they're like, yeah, this dude, holy shit. Like,
yeah,
I think they're all pretty much. I mean, I can't imagine academics going, holy shit, but like, he's not infallible. Number one, he's not, and number two for me is I think he's forcing us to have the conversations that have to be had.
Absolutely. I thought it was incredible that like he shared the stage. Now some people will debate that the conversation wasn't necessarily as full or as comprehensive as it could have been when he got with Zizek. That character of a man what an interesting human being that guy is. That was so cool to see them, have a cordial exchange and have an interesting debate about things. I think it's so important to have dialogue, and it's so important to have dialogue, and I just wish that there were, certain, like, I just wish I could see that more often. And especially from people that I would expect to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I have, I've encountered friends and acquaintances that I respect and admire and to this day wish them all the best. But I feel like if I ever brought up someone like Jordan Peterson or someone that has like an opinion that may differ from their opinion of some kind, it just becomes it becomes, I can't talk to you. You're not my friend anymore. You are the enemy now.
Yeah.
Just because you like a certain thing that a certain person says, even though you may have concerns and disagreements with that person, like 20 to 30% of what that person you disagree with and have concerns with, but like 70% of what they say you're on board with. You could still do that. You could still you could still be on board and shake hands with somebody that you disagree with 80%, like it can be done. And I miss that nuance. I feel like that nuance, especially after this pandemic, like the nuance is missing. And I want to see that regained. And I think that the work that Jordan Peterson is doing, I think that, heck, the work that Russell Brand is doing is, and he's as socialist as they come as far as that's concerned. And he's doing incredible work, bringing to light a lot of things that are going on and talking to people across the aisle, people like Dan Crenshaw, people like Tulsi Gabbard. Like those are the types of people. We need people like that, and we need to foster things like that, conversations like that, because that's what's going to bring people closer together and bring common ground to a place where, there's a massive divide that is being perpetuated by people that want to see that divide grow. So that's my 2 cents on that.
I agree. And in fact, if I may be so bold, not to assume that you don't know this person, but I would like to share with you a prized collection from my book and implore you to try and get a copy if you can find it. Or maybe I'll just send you one. Maybe I'll just freaking send you a copy at this point.
I'll send you an address. Cool.
One sec.
All right.
So this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Rickson Gracie, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
So this is my hero, and I actually had the privilege of meeting him and training under him a few years ago. And cause I'm a big martial artist. It's been a huge part of my life.
What is your belt, dude?
I'm still white belt because that's how much I suck. But,
me too!
But so here's my Hickson story. Because it's mind-blowing.
Okay.
As good as you think he is, you're not close. It terrified the hell out of me that I watched him do two things. One, there was a bunch of black belts there that they were obviously friends because they were joking like they had known each other forever. And he's like, you see your arm? As like mid-roll, they're doing stuff. He's like, I'm going to get your arm. The guy's like frantically moving and shrimping and stuff, and Hickson's like moving like this. He's like, I'm going to get your arm. And you hear these sounds, you're like, what's, and then you hear what he's doing. He's counting down. He's going 10, 9, 8. And when he gets to 1, he took the guy's arm and like inverted arm locked him. I'm like, the hell just happened? And then the other guy went up. And the other guy like tucked his arm inside his gi and belt. And Hickson's like, I'm still going to get your arm. And he got the guy's arm. And these are high-level black belts. And he's just walking through them. Like if I went and picked a fight with a 3-year-old, you know what I mean? Like he's mind-blowing. But he started talking. And I live in the west coast of Canada. And his seminar was in Florida. And I found out with like 2 weeks' notice, and I said to my wife, I have to spend the last $300 that we have, and I have to go to Florida. And she's like, is it a Hickson Gracie thing? Because that's like our, what's it called, hall pass, I guess. I was like, we can't argue. It's Hickson Gracie. I have to go. So she's like, yeah, fine, go do your thing. And I flew there, ready to go, ready to learn jiu-jitsu from the man. And he's showing us I'll talk to you later in detail about what he was showing us. It was mind-blowing, like how he perceives stuff. But then he started talking. And he started telling us like the philosophies of what's wrong with jiu-jitsu and why it's not growing as a martial art and where you need to be mentally to do things. And I remember sitting there being like, is this like a real life Yoda? Like, what the hell?
Dude, he's a real life Yoda.
He was so scary good. And then like out of a movie, there was one instructor that decided to call him out and be like, you don't, I'm so great because I'm blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why you, and he said, so I'm like, why you pay to come to seminar then if you're so good? Like, why you pay me? And they're talking about, I don't know if you know De La Riva grip, but it's this, I disagree with it personally, but that's another conversation. And he's all like, I'm going to show you that my De La Riva grip is impenetrable. And Hickson's like, okay. And the guy like does the thing. He's like, "Arr!" And Hickson taps out and sits up and says something like super profound. He goes, my jiu-jitsu, I'm going to try and do a Hickson impression, everyone. Here we go. He's like, my jiu-jitsu is a little different than yours. You see, you hold me down like maybe some referee jump out of the bushes, say I lost the fight. I don't know. But my jiu-jitsu, it's a little different. I wait, you make a mistake, I kill you. We're all like, what?
Was it him when he was younger where he went on a date? Was it him or one of the other Gracies or somebody? I think it was him. When he was full of piss and vinegar, where he was on a date with a chick, and some guy disrespected the girl, and he literally took the guy out to the curb and like got him down on the ground, got him in, and rubbed his face across the curb.
Yeah, there's a worse story than that. But real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
5 seconds after that or whatever, he's like addressing us like the issue is not your grip. The issue has to always be position. He's like, it's position first is everything. And the guy cuts him off. He's like, you couldn't get out of my De La Riva grip. You require hands. And he's like, okay, lay down. I'll show you. And he lays down on the guy in side control, and I shit you not, puts both hands behind his back. He goes, get out. And the guy starts like, he can't move. Hickson's like, no, my friend, no. And he tries to do some like spiral. He's like, I don't think so, my friend. No hands. He's just holding the guy down in side control the whole time. I was like,
no hands.
I'm like, that's how freaking good this guy is. That he like, this is nuts. And then like trying to discuss with him about stuff and like his mentality about it. And I'm like, you are. And then I found out he's doing this book, which is great for like anxiety and mental thought, like the way that he perceives life. He's the dude. I'm
gonna have to check that book out because that's I mean, being a singer, breathing is so key. It's such a huge piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of voice teachers who really know what they're doing and concentrate on the breath and how important it is to use the apparatus and to breathe, to get the air where it needs to go. Sometimes I do feel like that gets missed though, or only brushed through or skimmed, as where it is like breathing is everything.
Yeah.
Like that's the source of your voice. The breath is your voice. Like that is without air, you cannot make sound. So without air, you can't do jiu-jitsu. Like you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't live.
Guys,
just
anybody in the chat, please look up Hickson. Oh, we talk about him all the time. My two biggest heroes in life are Hickson Gracie and Dimebag Darrell. That's the reason I exist on this planet. That's it.
That's solid.
That's
solid, man.
If you don't mind, Phil, I'd like to wrap this up by I do it a speedball round. We're just gonna name a vocalist and get you to tell us your things. And I'm selfishly gonna choose my favorite one. So here we go.
Cool.
If ever there was a reason to not be friends, this is the 20%, Phil. This is the 20%.
Here we go.
I am Canadian, so I'm going to start with Devin Townsend.
Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10, dude.
I mean, yeah, come on, Devin Townsend.
Yeah, come on. It's amazing.
Geddy Lee.
Great. I love Geddy Lee. Has a very unique sound. You always know it's Rush.
All right. Phil Anselmo.
Ooh, Phil Anselmo. Yeah. Molasses. Rudy. Guttural American badassery.
Hunter, I saw Down live. My God. My
Dude,
God.
I can only imagine.
Well, the thing about Phil was he's not an animated frontman. You know,
He doesn't have to be, dude.
That's the scary thing. Like we were in the crowd, was in Vancouver, and usually a frontman is like, everybody move, yeah, rah rah rah. Phil just did this.
Yeah.
Move. And we're all like, rah. He's like, I said fucking move. And we're all like, yes, Uncle Phil. Like, it was so crazy.
Terrifying.
So crazy.
That is terrifying. Man, if I could bottle that up and just say, move. Like, that would be amazing.
Oh, dude.
I'm usually like an ape on speed when I'm up on stage. I'm like, it's just like, yeah. So maybe I'll try that next time I'm up.
Dude, it's so dope.
Hi.
They turn the house lights off and stuff, and he's like, turn the goddamn house lights up. I don't want all that shit. I want to see all the people here. And everybody's losing their mind. And I'm like, this guy still has it. Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Let's go obscure. Here we go. Phil Bozeman.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. See, this is obscure. Phil Bozeman is the vocalist of a band called Whitechapel.
Oh, Whitechapel. Okay, I'm familiar with Whitechapel.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I like everything I've heard from Whitechapel is pretty badass, man.
Yeah,
I dig it.
he's a crazy screamer. That's why I like to ask you.
Awesome.
And then, do I want to ask you the hard one right? Okay, I want to tell you about someone. I'm sure you know them. Another guy's named Ben Durr. He sings in a band called Shadow of Intent.
Oh, okay. I am not familiar with either of those names, unfortunately.
Please.
Shadow of Intent.
You're going to be
Okay,
like, what
check it
the
out.
actual
Cool.
And finally, my current favorite, who I think is the GOAT, Travis Ryan.
Travis Ryan from...
Cattle Decapitation.
Not familiar with it, unfortunately. I've heard the name Cattle Decapitation, though. I can't say that I can provide feedback on that, but I will at some point.
Yeah, I'm permission to
So-
send you a video, pretty please.
Sure, absolutely.
And just for fun, please also look up Alex Terrible.
Okay, Alex Terrible. Got it. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to turn the tide on you, my friend, and do some of my favorites. So hopefully
snap.
we have like 2 minutes that we can do this.
I
Is
know
that
no
cool?
one though. Just
All
so
right.
you know, I know no one.
What's up?
I know 0 people.
You know no one? 0 people? I mean, the people that I'm about to throw at you are probably pretty popular. So like,
snap.
we'll see. Okay. Chris Cornell.
I
Do
mean,
even have to say?
I mean, come on, dude. Him and a guitar and a single guitar and piano playing Black Hole Sun by himself. I'm not a musician, apparently.
Right.
Apparently.
It's like amazing stuff. Here's an interesting one. I love him for one thing, but he's not the best at another thing. That's my opinion. Dave Grohl.
I mean, he literally got scolded by my hero and told to be never be a prick. You're not allowed. How dare you do that? So I love him.
Really?
Dimebag Darrell.
Oh yeah, they're like, no, Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, of course. Like you said that. Yeah, you said that, and they partied all the time. And like, Dave Grohl is like the coolest dude in the world.
Yeah.
Like at least that's like it seems like. And I've heard from anyone and everyone, he's exactly how you think he is. He's that cool. So, does he have the best voice in the world? No. Does he need it? No.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's got way more, money in the bank than I do. So like, yeah, he makes it work. Totally. All right, 2 more. I'm going to try to go obscure. I'm going to say bands.
Ooh.
Lorna Shore.
Oh, I mean,
Lorna
come on,
Shore.
dude. To Hellfire? Oh, my God. What am I doing with my life? That's life goals.
Dude, like, how is that possible? I have like studied voice for a long time, and just hearing that monstrosity occur, it was like, it was disgustingly amazing, and I do want to pick that guy's brain because it's like,
Yes. Now, I need to cut you off and say that I think Lorna Shore is a 10 out of 10, and that vocalist, whose name always forgets me, but he's new to the band, right? Like,
yeah, he is new.
he's
Yes.
new. And that
Yes,
snarl
and he's
thing,
a younger kid.
that snarl thing he
Yeah.
does is unbelievably great. Unbelievably great.
It's
But,
just like, dude.
yeah, but here's my caveat. He ain't got shit on Travis Ryan.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to
Travis
check
Ryan
that
is
out.
terrifying. That like little snort
Nice.
thing, it would be like, "This is cute, kid. That's cute. Here, this is what we do." But I love
All
Lorna
right,
Shore,
I'm gonna
though.
have to
I
check
love
that
Lorna
out.
Shore. Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, good times. Cool. Here's okay, and then we're gonna do one more, and this is another Pennsylvania-based band that's more on the metalcore scene. August Burns Red.
Okay, yes. August Burns Red, difficult for me to get into from a guitar perspective, but overall cohesive
Okay.
as a song unit. Yeah, you guys are serving a massive purpose in that, I guess it would call subgenre, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to listen to. It's a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I can think of at this point. We could go on forever and ever if we wanted to, but it is about midnight.
Whoa, yeah.
And so, yeah, dude, this has been fun as hell. This has been amazing. This
I
has been a
appreciate you
blast.
making me feel important. Thank you, sir.
Bro, yeah, thank you for giving me the time to blab and have a fantastic time. So
If I may ask one small favor.
sure.
The fans of this channel refer to themselves as Templars. And one of the OG Templars, as we call her name is Michelle. She has not been here this evening for various reasons, but she is the one that has never shut up to me every Monday about email Phil, email Phil, email Phil, which if you remember in the email, I said, hey, I'm being told to not forget about this. And it's because of Michelle. So if you could give Michelle a shout out, that'd be amazing.
Thank you, Michelle. This was one of the best interviews that I've ever had or done in my career as a lead singer in a band.
Well,
so,
shucks.
dude, you did it.
I see you've been
thank you.
getting the checks.
What's up?
I see you've been getting my checks.
Yeah, thanks, man. The baby needs shoes, so
All right, my friend. Well, thank you so much, and we'll let you go there.
Thank
and
you.
It's been super fun, dude.
Let's do this again. I'm
yeah,
sure we will.
Pretty please. Pretty please.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great night. See you soon.
You too. Peace.
Well, that was fun. That was cool. Who would have thought that we had so much in common? I'm slightly a little scared by that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I feel like I selfishly had like a new best friend there. That was I wonder if he had more fun than I had. Yeah. So that was for you, Michelle. I don't see you in the chat tonight, but I hope you see the replay on this. If anybody has a line to Michelle, please get this to her. I'll do a cut up of the interview and post it as well for future viewing pleasure. Wow, that was super fun. Super fun indeed. Noni, I think we did. That was kind of weird. I was all like, all right, cool. I said to Janelle before the live stream, I don't really know what we'll talk about, but I'll just do the Joe Rogan, which is just let's talk. Let's just talk. And turns out that we have amazingly similar interests, and that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I saw in the chat Without Mercy Small Town Titans tour. That would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. That would be hilarious. Well, my friends, this is technically the last live stream for 2021, and I gotta say, I don't think we could have ended it on any higher of a note. That was a blast. I may pop up one closer to New Year's to do like a recap thing. I'm not really sure yet. We could even do it in the new year. I'm riding the high of that wonderful man. Phil was a wonderful, wonderful man. So, Phil, if you're still watching this, thank you so much for joining us, man. You have made it. Yeah, this is ending my year on a severely high note. All right, guys. Well, I think that's where we'll call it. I'm beaming right now, so I think that's where we'll call it. I think that's definitely where we will call it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview, and I hope you enjoyed the hang. I will see you guys fresh on the other side of 2021 if we don't do something in the meantime. Love you guys a long time. Watch it go.